in the PFL, every fight counts. And we take you back now to the light heavyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a striker. Standing at 6'3", he officially weighs in at 205.5 pounds. In 10 professional fights, he has a record of 7 wins and 3 losses, with 6 victories by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Cory Hendricks. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a wrestler. Standing at 6'1", he officially weighs in at 205.5 pounds. In 8 professional fights, he has a record of 7 wins and only 1 loss, with 5 victories by way of stoppage, and a 7-time Norwegian wrestling champion. Fighting out of Tønsberg, Norway, here is Marthin Hamlet. Your referee in charge, 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 oversees the action between these two physical specimens inside of the smart cage. Marthin Hamlet representing Norway in the gold and black trunks. Hendricks fighting out of the United States in the black and gray. Touch of the gloves, orthodox stance for both men. Heavy leg kick to start things from Cory Hendricks. Goes right back down to the low kick. Hamlet says enough of that and shoots in. Hendricks works his way back to the feet. And Randy, nothing discourages a wrestler from showing off his striking like a couple of nasty kicks.
Low kicks, absolutely. Change your mind in a real hurry. But he want to stand out there in front of somebody like that that starts landing and getting into that rhythm.
Yeah, and those were very heavy on that lead leg as well.
Hamlet said he'd studied the tape on Cory, saw some holes, saw some things he thought he could capitalize in the standing position, and I think he always has that wrestling to fall back on.
Now he's got his hands locked. This is going to be a better position for Hamlet.
Drags the leg away, now tries to dump Cory Hendricks back over his own left leg. Nice balance by Hendricks as he works to grab another underhook. Hamlet pressing the taller Hendricks against the PFL smart cage here. Grinding away, trying to take some of the sting off those strikes. Hendricks tries to exit through the back door.
Cory doing a good job of defending the takedown so far, but that powerful underhook from Hamlet is keeping him pinned up against the cage so far. Looks like he's might be trying to switch to a single leg here. He is.
What Cory's doing really well is that hand fighting. He trapped one of those hands, and Hamlet. It's really hard to take a guy down with one hand.
And even as Hamlet gets Cory Hendricks down, it's a bounce right back up. And now he's on one knee. Emiliano Sordi, the 2019 light heavyweight champ, watching with interest, potentially scouting future opponents if either of these guys can make the playoffs, and if Sordi himself can lock up a spot later tonight. No guarantees for the returning champ after a decision victory in his last outing.
Looks like Cory's trying to set up a Kimura here. Might be trying to roll backwards to flip Hamlet.
Hamlet pulls his armlet back out. Hendricks is able to frame and step away. Comes in behind a jab. This is where Cory Hendricks wants to fight. High kick attempt blocked. Oh, stiff right hand right down the middle from Marthin Hamlet.
He's hurt. He's got him hurt. Cory is definitely hurt.
Hammer fist from Marthin Hamlet as Cory Hendricks buries his head trying to survive. 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 peels Marthin Hamlet's hand off the smart cage, and he goes back to work, pouring it on with 90 seconds remaining here in the first round. Steps right into the mount.
Almost mount.
Hardly half guard. Three-quarter mount, we'll call it.
Hendricks doing a great job of surviving. Man, he was hurt. Landed some good leg kicks, but then was countered with a big shot from Hamlet. Now Hamlet trying to work into a better position here. Very close to finishing this fight.
It was a nice straight right hand by Hamlet that sent him reeling backwards. He followed up with a couple more nice shots before he got into this takedown situation.
And now Hamlet looking to set up another shoulder choke. He was victorious in his first fight with that choke. Hendricks rolls away. Hamlet gives him some more punches for his efforts. 40 seconds remaining in round number 1 as Marthin Hamlet works from the top on the back of Cory Hendricks.
Hamlet doing a good job of controlling from this turtle position and staying active with at least one of the free hands.
Hendricks back to his feet. That wrist control again on the left arm of Marthin Hamlet. 10 seconds remain here in round number 1. Marthin Hamlet drops Cory Hendricks, but Hendricks survives to see round 2. Back to the corner they go. Fascinating first round. As we get back underway. Damage showing on the right eye of Cory Hendricks. Back to the center of the smart cage and a big flurry. And this time, it's Hamlet who looks to be stumbled. Couldn't tell if it was a slip or an actual drop.
It looked more like a slip to me, especially the way he popped right back up and charged right into him.
Yep.
He just got caught off balance in that little flurry.
Producers are telling us that it maybe looks more like a push and off balance. And Hamlet drags Hendricks down. Nice whizzer there from Hendricks to get himself back to his feet.
I mean, if you're a 7-time national champion in Norway for Greco, this is exactly where you want to be fighting, with your hands locked around a guy.
100%, and despite being so active in that first round, it looked like he wasn't even breathing when he went back to his stool. So this is a Hamlet that is both efficient and in great shape. And Hendricks has to find a way to try to disconnect from this clinch position up against the cage.
Between his first regular season bout and second regular season bout, Hamlet went to Vegas, partnered up with 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, and they were posting running videos every single night. Those guys were putting in miles. So I'm not surprised to see Marthin Hamlet's cardio looking good as he continues to grind away against the cage on Cory Hendricks. Don't forget, later on ESPN2, main event between Rory McDonald and 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, 2 legends of the sport and longtime veterans squaring off with a playoff spot on the line for 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Rory McDonald has already clinched. 𝗟𝗑𝗥𝗄𝗅 Oliver steps in, wants to see more action. A little bit of blood on the forehead of Marthin Hamlet.
I think that might be his opponent's blood. It's hard to tell.
It's blood nonetheless. High kick attempt there again from Hendricks, and a leaping kick attempt from Hamlet, who goes back to the wrestling.
Those are a couple great kicks there from Hendricks. He's been very successful with kicks, whether attacking the leg or going upstairs, and did a great job with that overhook to prevent that takedown attempt from Hamlet.
Let's go. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Don't sit flat. Keep moving.
Come on, ref. He ain't doing nothing. Let's go, Cory. Move. If he ain't going to do something, you're going to have to. If the ref ain't going to make him do it either.
That knee to the face.
Mike Pyle with a veteran move, trying to talk the ref into saving his fighter in this situation. Hendricks trying to work his way off the cage. Heavy pressure here from Marthin Hamlet.
Come on, Cory. Make it happen.
Jedi mind tricks. I like it.
The power of suggestion.
You will take me to Jabba.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Here we go. Marthin Hamlet continues to push. 𝗟𝗑𝗄𝗅 Oliver overseeing the action. Bit of a stalemate here against the barrier right in front of our broadcast position.
Nice short knees there from Hendricks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Enough to get him some space, and back to the center of the smart cage they go. Nice low leg kick again, and a flying knee attempt from Hamlet, hammering away at one another, these two light heavyweights.
Nice hand control by Cory. Cory does a great job controlling those wrists of Hamlet.
Well, if you don't control the hands there, you're going for a ride.
Probably going to get some frequent flyer miles.
Yep.
See the smart cage tracking our stats here. Hamlet very active with the strikes, kneeing away, chipping at the thighs of his opponents. 3 takedowns to add to the totals.
Nice head position by Hamlet there for a minute. Put that forehead right in your opponent's cheek. Really tough to see what you're doing. And you got your head turned away.
There's Antonio Carlos Jr., who we'll see in a feature bout here on ESPN+.
Referee saw enough, thought it was a little stale, separated the combatants, and now they're back at it from the open position.
So Mike Pyle finally gets his wish. 30 seconds remaining here in the second round.
Got to watch out for that left high kick from Hendricks. When he's in that southpaw position, that's been his best strike so far. There it is.
Hamlet backing away, takes one to the body as he circles around the smart cage. Swinging away to close round number 2, and Hamlet drags Cory Hendricks down. Round 3 next. His own brains to the smart cage here. Hamlet in the gold and black, Cory Hendricks in the black and gray. Nice little shuffle and a right hand. Hamlet leaps in behind a right hand of his own. FPR score in favor of Marthin Hamlet in round number 2. Brought to you by Rich Energy. And once again, he shoves Cory Hendricks against the barrier. Stomping away at the foot of Cory Hendricks, and Hendricks needs to separate, needs to get back to the center of the cage if he's going to put that striking to work. And he told us that's what he wants to try and make happen in this bout against Hamlet, who's shown some power of his own on the feet.
He did a good job in the second round of creating some space and landing some short knees up into the abdomen of Hamlet. Let's see if he's able to get that going again. Needs better position, though. If he can get his head underneath the head of Hamlet, then get those knees going, he could separate.
Cory's still doing a great job with the wrist control. It's going to be really tough for Hamlet to get anything going with one of his hands controlled.
Nice recovery there from Hamlet after Hendricks was able to work his way temporarily out from underneath the pressure.
Hamlet's got to learn that little trick. You bring your knee up, put it on top of that guy's grip, strip that hand off there, and then you can go to work with that hand. It's no longer trapped.
Hendricks needs a stoppage to clinch a playoff spot. Hamlet perhaps aware that all he needs is a win, and going about it the, I won't say the easy way, because this is a tough way to fight, but the safer way.
Given his background, he probably feels very, very comfortable. And I always felt like if I fought my way into the clinch, I've been there so much through my years at Greco that I had an advantage there. And I'm sure Hamlet feels the same way.
And I tell you what, it's part of the strategy of a complete regular season, right? You have a strong performance in your first outing. You don't necessarily need a finish in your second bout. So the dynamic is different for these gentlemen because of the success that Hamlet had in his first fight.
I'm sure that Hamlet's a little surprised by the effectiveness of the striking of Cory Hendricks. I think he thought he was going to come out and do a better job and dominate the striking, and that just hasn't been the case.
There was a nice combination from Hendricks, who kicked Hamlet's legs out from underneath him and then scored a combination. Here's some hammer fist from Hendricks. Taking the back now, or attempting to. Will he step out or will he try and wrestle? And he wrestles to the top. Hendricks now pouring it on from the top.
Hamlet's in trouble.
Now Marthin Hamlet in a little bit of trouble here. He's able to roll out.
Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to roll.
Continue to scramble.
But he's still in the mount, guys, and can take the back. He was so close to a rear naked choke.
Let's go, come on.
He's got the body triangle out now. He's definitely got it anchored in.
Yes, go, go.
Got plenty of time as well.
Tom Lawler rooting on Cory Hendricks.
It's your shot. Yes.
Hamlet in some trouble here, searching for advice, and now Cory Hendricks has both hooks in. Continuing to fight for that neck. 90 seconds remain, Kenny Florian. If you need a finish, as Cory Hendricks does, what's your best chance of getting it here?
Oh my goodness, it's got to come from the rear naked choke. If he could slip that glove underneath the neck, slide that wrist across the neck of Marthin Hamlet, I think he should go to a body triangle to secure the position. Then he can hold the cross wrist and pound away with one arm, and with that free arm, go for the rear naked choke.
Hamlet trying to sit up and out.
Oh, there it is!
Now he's got the arm underneath the neck. Can Hamlet survive? 1 minute as Cory Hendricks squeezes away. Hamlet trying to roll out. The choke is in and tight, and there's the tap. Cory Hendricks submits Marthin Hamlet for 4 points.
You gotta believe as a fighter, and he was down by 2 rounds. He kept firing. He found some success with some good combinations in round 3. He trusted the process, was able to capitalize on that back position and get the win by submission. Wow.
Lillian Garcia makes this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes and 9 seconds of round number 3. Submission by rear naked choke, and earning 4 points in the light heavyweight division, Cory